Computer, search analog photography, please.
Searching. Searching. Created in the early 19th century, analog photography is characteristic as both art and science. Photography is based on the property of silver compounds decomposing to metallic silver when exposed to light. The light-sensitive salts are held in an emulsion within the celluloid, subsequently developed into a visual image. The image on paper is known as a print. Analog photography became a dominant art form in the 20th century. It is used in business, manufacturing, science, art, and for recreational purposes. Throughout the history of photography, there have been several iconic images evoking a variety of emotions. Savage, raw, entrancing, peculiar, endearing, slices of life. At the turn of the 21st century, the use of analog photography has dramatically decreased in favor of digital photography. Digital photography offers users a more immediate, automated, cheaper and more portable way of capturing and viewing images. In 2011, in the New York City metro area, there still existed a community of practitioners working with analog film in a variety of ways.
My name is Steven Sickle and I work at K&M Tribeca. People kind of know us as photo specialty, retail and rental. We deal a lot with darkroom, chemicals, film, and specialty lighting.
My name is Colin Huff-Trapp and I'm a photographer who mainly shoots film. I've been in New York City all my life and I've walked around the streets all the time, and kind of gravitating towards photography, I kind of found a way to kind of capture those moments of kind of just being in a city and being at this one place and one time.
It's a completely different experience shooting a roll of 36 exposures without being able to tell what you're getting. There's an anticipation involved in the film process that's exciting and creative.
Who has 3 final prints so far? Woo. I hope with the young students that they look deeper into photography now that they know what actually goes into the film process. My name is Leslie Deschler-Canassi and I'm an instructor at the International Center of Photography, currently teaching in the Teen Academy, Color Photography 1. And then at 4 we'll get back in here and we'll look at your artist statements and kind of wrap up looking at the prints and talk about building your presentation for the final presentations. You'll need about 5 final prints.
I certainly would suggest that anybody who's interested in photography start by doing the hard stuff. That is to say, photograph, develop, print, do all the things that are essential in producing a good analog print. My name is Elliot Irwick. I've been that for some time. I'm a photographer, both professional and amateur. I don't know what else I can say. That's what I do.
I think you're ready to build a narrative. Film is taught from the teen level courses all the way up through the MFA program. We teach an intro into manual camera settings. Some of them are working in the darkroom for the first time ever.
I think what draws me to shooting with film is that there's a certain depth that you get that's not present in a lot of digital photographs that I see these days.
The quality that you get from a 35mm negative still is on par with what you can get from probably the most expensive digital camera you can buy. My name is Hashem Eady. I work here at Print Space and I'm the lab manager.
You know, either it's the light just hitting or you stumble across some tin can in the road and it's just kind of at this one angle that's just perfect, or you can have this almost kind of poetic sense of really capturing just this one distilled instant.
It's almost like the local butcher shop where they come in and I already know what 5 films they're going to pick from, and it's just like we get each other. We get each other on that level.
Even as a small child, I remember just looking through history books or the newspaper and just looking at faraway lands and understanding more about the human condition. I think we never stop learning from photography.
There's an imagination there that I think can be endangered sometimes when you're just shooting digital and just kind of grabbing an image.
Anything that is very simple is apt to be sloppy. You can't be too sloppy in analog photography because it takes time, it takes effort, it takes concentration.
It's the difference between making a shot and taking a shot. When you're making a shot, you're creating something. You're just taking a shot, you're grabbing something.
Real photography needs a little bit of more effort, needs a little bit of more knowledge in the arts and the painting and sculpture and in movies. It requires more application.
I think the real magic moment in dealing with film is when you actually have a negative You put your film in a canister, and you're putting just a liquid onto it, and another liquid, and another liquid, and then, you know, after 10 minutes, you take it out, and you're like, wow, there's actually something on here, and you see a negative or a reverse of what you shot, and it's kind of like, man, I can't believe this actually worked.
The magic that happens in the dark as well is something that is totally unexpected.
It's almost like you're painting, I guess, in the dark.
After taking the shot, take them over to a really great place that I use all the time in Manhattan called Print Space. They develop color film, they also have color darkrooms there.
Print Space is a rental lab. It was designed to meet the needs of photographers who needed a space to work in, amateurs to professionals. You have this light sensitive piece of paper, you know, like anything you do, like the smallest thing is going to affect this.
At the end of that, I have a finished print and try to hang it up somewhere.
One essential quality of photographers is curiosity. If you're not a curious person, you certainly are not going to be a good photographer.
Like the variety of steps required to make an analog print, these practitioners, viewed as an amalgamation, form a community furthering the history, tradition, and craft of analog photography. Search completed.